Everybody, I just wanted to share a tip that I have kind of really taken to recently. I have to be a little quiet because my family is still sleeping. Um, but the thing that I've had trouble with is identifying wedges, because one thing that I have, especially as a new trader, is just analysis paralysis. You try to figure out or find every little trade that you can, and it's just too much sometimes. So one thing that Al Brooks talks about is that the institutions and firms and stuff like that, they actually use line charts. And that really struck me because that told me that they put way more stock into context rather than an actual signal bar. Luckily, as a price action trader, you actually can do both. So here's the chart from yesterday. Here's where I took my trade right here. But as these bars were forming, so just pretend you're looking at it, over here like this, I was starting to have trouble because this kind of looks like a wedge. So you could say 1 pullback, 2 pullback, 3. And then we had, a little trading range, breakout, bad follow through. And so one thing that I've done to really help me on the 15th minute and even on the 5 minute is just switch over to a line chart for a second. And the line chart really shows you where the major swings were. So if we take this chart right here, we have 1, 2, 3. So there's our 3 pushes right there for a wedge. Let me make this easier. We have 1, 2, and 3. So really, after this movement, you could have just, if you didn't really know too much, you could have just took this short right here and kind of YOLO'd it, which is what I did. But you also can see it on the way down. So here's our peak, 1, 2, 3. We got another wedge. Of course, trend is your friend, so you don't want to be taken, unless you're more advanced than me, you don't want to be taking longs on a bear trend. So there's our 3 pushes down. 1, 2, 3. Now look, we have a reverse. Minor reversal. Now here we go. Now we're going to have a test of the EMA. So we have our 3 pushes wedge right here. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, you get the idea. So if you're having problems just kind of identifying, maybe larger wedges, just switch over to a line chart. And then when you see these things happening on a line chart, just go to your bar chart and look for your entry. So here we go. Crap. So we got line on close. You're seeing this happening. Okay, we're coming up pretty sharp here. This looks parabolic. Okay, we're kind of tightening off. Oh, we've had a turn right here. Or we could have a turn right here. So what do we do? Well, let's switch over to the candle. Alright, decent candle. It's worth the risk, in my opinion. Go ahead and go for that wedge. Boom. Now we have a wedge, this tight bear channel. First reversal could be minor. Probably going to be minor. And it's a test of the EMA. So here we go. We see our line chart. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got a peak at the EMA. I know we got a wedge here, so now I'm going to look for my entry. Well, there's your obvious entry right there. Strong bear bar after the test of the EMA. So if you had entered in on these right here, if you kind of wanted to risk it, of course, hindsight's 20/20. But that's 24 points right there. And then if you enter it on this low, that's another 9 points. So you're looking at about 33 points at least, just on those 2 wedges. Of course, this was a trend, a strong bear trend. You could have stayed in this sucker. I would have stayed in that one today. We got like 37 points, but that's just not realistic. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody.